How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Maislingen. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, Welcome to Maislingen. Located in the northeast part of Westphalia, there are the last hills of the Midland Mountains. Here are several farms. As a farm manager, choose one or play with other farmers to manage several productions and meet the demands of Maislingen's economy. Map content: 87 purchasable farmlands, 74 fields, small to mid-sized, 2 big logging areas, several selling stations, several production facilities, small starting farm, large dairy farm, organic farm, contractor, building site, collectibles. There are mods required for this map, starting with the Old Farm package by DMI 20mm Normandy. Actually, pretty much all of these are by DMI MM Normandy, so... Cowshed 3 plus 0 DMI by DMI 20mm Normandy. Dutch Shed Pack by Raff Farmer and DMI 20mm Normandy. Modern Shed by DMI 20mm Normandy and Dutch Modding Inc. Machinery Shed by DMI 20mm Normandy. Farmhouse Pack by DMI 20mm Normandy. Pig Shed by DMI 20mm Normandy. And the Farmhouse Package Volume 2 by DMI 20mm Normandy. This map was created by Torben and is 169.24 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out here in the middle of the map, just a little bit to the south, on our main starting farm. We start out by owning farmlands number 7, 8, 10, and 75. 7 and 8 being 2 fields with no products in them. 10 being a wheat field that is ready to harvest, and 75 being our main starting farm. You cannot purchase all areas of the map. As you can see, to the area to the west here is kind of the little town center here that is not purchasable, and several other areas throughout the map are not purchasable as well. Oh, you know what? Areas do vary in pricing, so we can start out with some of these smaller ones here. Farmland number 2 for 94,000. We've got really itty-bitty ones for 30,000, so you got some good starter fields here, 29, 30, 31, 29. We got 52 here, we got 56, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until, let's see, what is the largest one up here in the north? We got one for 574,000, 499, and 400,000, and so on and so forth. We do have a forestry area here for 610,000, another forestry area kind of broken up into smaller bits here for 245,000, 184,000, 360,000, and 144,000. So you got a good range of forestry areas as well. So not too bad. You got some area to grow with. Starting down here with the animals, we start out with no animals to start out with. Contracts are available on this map. We do start out with the production chain, the large greenhouse here on the starting farm, and there are collectibles, 20 of them to be precise. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, under the buy menu, there is nothing under the buy menu, but under the build mode, if we start out in, let's see, buildings, nothing in any of these tabs. Same thing with productions, animals, decorations, but under landscaping, we do have several additional painting swatches, as you can see there. We do have several trees that are specific to this map, and several plants that are additional to this map. So very, very nice. Now, because we start here at the starting farm, let's take a look at our starting equipment. Under the buy menu, scrolling down to our owned items, under small tractors, we have a Kloss Arian 630, a Fendt Vario 313, and a Fendt Favorite 511C. Under harvesters, we have a Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090H. Trailers, we have the Rudolph TDK 301RP and the Welger DK115. The header for the Deutz-Fahr. Under plows, we have the Agromaz POV 5XL. Cultivators, the Horsch Toronto 3FX. Power Harrows, the Amazon KG 3001 Super. Seeders, the Amazon Kateya 3000 Super. Fertilizer spreaders, a Bradell K105. Whoops. Under balers, we have the Poniger Impress 125F Pro. Animals, the Joskin Aquatrans 7300S. Front loaders, the Quickie Q4M. Front loader tools, we have the Albert pallet fork and bale spike. Header trailer for the Deutz-Fahr, and under weights, we have the 10 Winkle Pack 1500, 750, and the FGB 600. And that is everything for our starting equipment. Now over here we have our sleep trigger, which right off the bat, this just looks disproportionate. I don't know if it just looks small to me. Looks like you're about to smack your head on the roof there. Anyways, sleep trigger is right there. Greenhouse right here. Just a normal greenhouse. Nothing special about that one. We got our main starting silo over here. And back here. Oh, almost ran right by this. Repair trigger tucked away in here. And a bale and pallet storage right here. And that's it for the starting farm. Very, very small, not a whole lot going on. Now our tractors are tucked away in here. And we're going to grab the cloths here. Oh, it's this way. I gotta go this way. So heading out the driveway here, come out to the main road, and then tucked away in here, this cell point right there, that is the Sudmerson's farm. This is cell point there. Heading down the road a little bit more. Got to be careful in here because there's a bunch of little bumps and all this stuff kind of hidden away. Here we have the Myers Farm cell point. And now we're going to head out of here. We will backtrack into here later, but right now we're going to head this way. And make a left to this area right here. Hop out. Over here we have, nope, right there, an electrical charging station right there. We have the farmer's market sell point here and the bakery tucked way back here. $50,000 to purchase the bakery right there. And output is right here and input right there. Let's go grab our tractor again and head down the road. And now we're going to be heading over to the second farm that is available on this map. Now this is what I label as the second farm because this is the second one we get to. And we turn here. One of our starting fields is right here to the left. We just keep following this driveway around until we reach the farm. Right here. So, we take a look at the map. Right here. So we started out on our main farm here. We saw the sleep trigger, the greenhouse, the silo, and the bale and pallet storage. Grabbed our tractor, then came out. We saw the Sudmerson's farm sell point and the Myers farm sell point. We then followed this around, saw the electrical charging station, the farmer's market, and the bakery. Came back out all the way down here, and if we check out and purchase farmland number 77 for $119,720, go ahead and do that. You'll see all this stuff comes up with a sleep trigger here. We have a repair trigger right there. Continuing this direction. Actually, wait, nope. Wanted to go this direction. You can see right here in front of me, we have 3 greenhouses. Again, just normal greenhouses. And helium deer, apparently. We have a cow barn right here with room for 80 cows. We have our milk trigger here. We have our feed trigger right here. Also should be the straw input as well. And our slurry point is right there. Silo here. And then on the back side over here, we have 2 bale and pallet storages right in here. So now let's go grab our tractor and head out to the next point of interest. There it is. Just going to turn around right here and cut through the field. There we go. And now we're just going to head down the road, just past where we came initially. And you can see on the map there are these little colored dots that indicate the hidden points of interest, which is really nice. That makes it a lot easier to be able to find things when you're kind of doing like what I'm doing here, or when you're just playing the game in general. Being able to know exactly where something is supposed to reside is actually very nice. So up here is farm number 3, the third farm we come across. Now again, if we were over here, we just went back up the driveway and down the road a little ways to farmland number 76 for $71,540. We can purchase that. And then all this comes up. We have yet another bale and pallet storage right here, a silo here, and last but certainly not least, another repair trigger right here. And that is it for this particular... Oh, no, wait. Oh, I may have missed that from earlier. I missed this in my original kind of walkthrough, but this was not here before. Sleep trigger, right there. Huh. I'm glad I double-checked. All right, let's go grab the tractor and continue on the tour. Oh, and we're blocking some traffic. Alright, so we'll hop in down the road a little bit. And here we'll make a right. And then follow this. Over to here, to the right. Again, being careful on these narrow roads because there are loads of collisions around here. Directly in front of me is the shopping mall sell point. And then right around the corner over here, we have another electrical charging point right there off to my right. And kind of have to snake through this little area here. Oh, yep. Collisions everywhere. There we go. Mostly successfully made our way through that. So over here we have the restaurant sell point. And over here, oh, what am I hooked on? There we go. Over here we have the spinnery. Purchase a spinnery for $60,000, and we have our input and output right back here. So again, cut through another field and backtrack a little ways. And now up here to my right, we have the shop trigger right there, and a repair trigger with electrical charging station right there, but repair trigger is right back here. There we go. Heading down the road still, a little ways further. And off to the right, we have the soccer ground sell point. Make a left over here. As we continue to follow this road around, make a right here, and coming up here are our next points of interest. Okay, we'll come to a stop right here. Over here is the sawmill. You have your output for the sawmill here. You can purchase it for $100,000. You have your input here with a wood cell trigger there. And around the back side, right over here, we have our wood chip output right there. Go hop back in our tractor real quick. And we'll go in here. Now this area confuses me. I'm gonna point this out right away. So, over here, we have a railroad silo for some reason. No railroad to be found, but it is here. And just so I can show I'm not crazy, so we'll take a look at the map and kind of get us back to where we were. So we were at farm number 3, came out, down this side road here, we saw the shopping mall sell point and the electrical charging station there. Came out this little side street, down to the restaurant sell point and the spinnery production point, up to the shop, repair trigger, and the electrical charging station, the soccer ground sell point, over and around to the sawmill here, and now you can see it's called the straight logger, or strag logger, but it's a railroad silo. It's a railroad silo. It looks like this is supposed to be like a holding facility, like a large grain storage. Now over here is again another holding silo. This is a sell point. This is a sell point. Now, one thing I should have checked, is there gas station and lime stations. So yeah, you can't purchase anything from this. So is this just another input and output to the same silo system? Possibly the same train silo system. I don't know. Like I said, this area confuses me a lot. We have a lime station there, and what I think is another silo right here. As you can see, grain storage. But I don't think this is like a sell point. Oh wait, this is a sell point. Grain storage is a sell point, but the other one is not. So that's a sell point, and everything back there was a holding facility, like a railroad silo. Yeah, I'm not seeing in there. So that's as best as I can tell. That's the sell point, and the other one was the storage silo. So yeah, confusion to be found on my end. Now down the road just a little ways, we have coming up here on the left. Back here, the garden spot sell point. Oops, and I missed my turn. Yeah, so behind me, garden spot sell point right there. Oh, and I just clobbered the sign. And we just keep following this road up. And over here is the campsite sell point. And now we head back down. We're going to backtrack a little ways. So heading to that main road, just down the way, we'll make a left. This is the road we came in on, not the road we're on now, but the road we're heading to. So now we take this out to the northeast-ish. You can see the next points of interest are just popping up from behind this tree line over here. Right over there. Right here, we have the gas station. And right next door, now, I want to look at the map real quick, so I think I typed this wrong. Take a look at the map. So we were here at the grain storage and all that facility up there. Then we went up to the garden spot sell point, up and around, saw the campsite, and back down to the main road, all the way over to the gas station. Okay, I did type it right. The Voges farm. Yes. And now, follow this to the north. And as we continue to follow this up, and pass by our next point of interest here on our right. Right here, this is the carpentry. You can purchase the carpentry for $16,000. We have our input here with a wood cell trigger. Oh, there we go, right here. And output on the back side here. And then heading down the road, we head to the fourth farm. And this is the final farm to look at. It is also the one with the most stuff. So we will stop. Let's stop right here. So if we take a look at the map one more time, we're here at Voges farm, then came up here past the carpentry, and now down to here, farmland number 78 for $109,380. Really doesn't cost that much by any of the farms on this map, which is nice. We purchase it, and we get all this stuff now comes up. Starting with the chickens. Got a chicken pasture here. Room for 30 chickens. Eggs are out here, and our feed is there. We follow this up and around to the cow barn right here. We have room for 80 cows. And again, milk, feed and straw right here. And slurry on the back side over here. We have a bale and pallet storage right here. Follow this around to the other side. We have a silo here. And another bale and pallet storage right here. Around this side over here, we have our pig barn, room for 170 pigs. We have our feed input here and slurry output right there. And a sleep trigger right here. And 2 greenhouses right here. So pretty busy this farm, especially compared to the other 2. Well, 3. Let's go ahead and back up. We're going to head to our next point of interest. We got to backtrack to the main road again. Ooh. I was going too quick there. There we go. We're able to avoid all the obstructions there. So once we make it to the main road just ahead of us here, next to the sell point, we will make a left. We just keep following this out until the next point of interest show up on our left side. Little construction area right there. Over here, we have the garden center sell point right here. A lime station right there. And did I missed a... Where was it? Oh, yeah, right here on the corner. I drove right past it. Electrical charging station right there. There we go. Head back out. And now we're going to take in the next series of interests. These are the last ones. So we're going to stop tractor right here. We have the dairy right here. 70,000 to purchase the dairy. Input here, output there. Right next door is the cereal factory for 110,000 to purchase that, output and input. Next door to that is the grain mill. Output here, input there, and can be purchased for 96,000. And then the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point. Now, if you have pens and pastures already loaded onto the map, then you can go ahead and come to this location and use this icon here to purchase your animals, or you can use the icon, the same icon at the pens and pastures themselves. Now, if you use this icon directly or at the pens and pastures directly, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer here is taking the animals from this location and delivering them for you at a cost. And it can get expensive. It can be up to $100 per adult cow. So that adds up pretty quickly. You got 80 cows and you want to, get 100 of them. That's $8,000 right off the top, in addition to the base price of the cow. So it adds up pretty quickly. Now, to save that money, all you have to do is to come to this location with an animal trailer. Click on this icon with the animal trailer in the loading zone, and then it will load into the animal trailer rather than trying to load in the pens and pastures directly. You'll be able to take the animal trailer to the pen and pasture and load in the animals yourself, saving that cash. And that's it. That is everything here on Maislingen. Now is time to render my opinion, let you know what I think. I'm going to go grab my tractor and start heading around. So, what do I think of this map? Color palette, it's good. Not too colorful. It's kind of muted to where it doesn't make it feel cartoonish or anything out of sorts. The undulations are minimal, Deceptively minimal, actually, because for the most part, you feel like you're driving around and you feel like it's just flat and whatnot. But then you really like look around. It's like no, there's a bit of bit of motion, bit of ups and downs in the fields and the roads and all that stuff. But it just like I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like it feels flat. But I know it's not. Like this little area right here. Look into the field right over there. It's got some undulation, but it just doesn't feel like it. Like it's just so negligible almost that it really doesn't register. So that might just be me, but here, you know what? We're going to turn around and use a little side road. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not terribly impressed with this map. Like it doesn't reach out and have that wow factor for me. It's not bad. It's not a bad map. It's just not one that really kind of speaks to me almost. It's kind of weird. These are some of the hardest maps for me as a content creator to try and grade because like I said, it's not bad, but it's not great either. So it kind of splits the grading scale. But unfortunately, it's one of those that I'm having a really hard time kind of elaborating as to what it is that I'm not feeling. That I'm just not wowed, I guess is what it is. And it's hard to elaborate that to really kind of put into words. Yeah, I mean, there's some real nice areas. I mean, you're driving through this little wooded area here, and you can purchase it and, go through and cut it all down and do all that stuff. That's great. Like, all in all, it's a map. And it's a nice map. Like I said, there's some very nice areas, but just something about it just leaves me longing, wanting more, but I'm having a hard time putting my finger on it exactly why. It's weird almost, and I can't figure out. I've been thinking about this all day. I did my initial walkthrough earlier today, and ever since then I've been sitting here thinking, like, what is it about this map that is just not speaking to me? What is it? I just cannot figure it out. So all in all, like I said, it's not bad, it's not great. So put those two together, 0 to 5 scale, I give it a 3, somewhere in the middle. Not I'm certainly not gonna cry tonight that this one's on the mod hub or anything like that. I'm certainly not gonna be upset about it. And look, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of people out there who are gonna be like, oh, you're crazy, this is a fantastic map, what's wrong with you, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's great. I'm glad that you like it. It's just not one that personally speaks to me. But like I said, I feel like a fair grade for this would be about a 3, somewhere in the middle. Not overly hyped about it, but certainly not bad. It does have its charm. There's definitely some areas on here that really are good. But like I said, I'm instead of continuing to waffle on and bloviate about it, let's just go ahead and wrap this up. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.